Hello, I am Wicked Nick Wagner. I took some advice from the comments and cleaned this up a bit. The overall lighting and audio still isn't going to be the best for these next few videos, but I want to just make do and kind of have the same content for the next week or so, because in a week or so I'm actually going to California to get my official MMA inspector, judging, and referee licensure. If that all goes well, then I'll be officially licensed, which with the code of ethics that come with that, I'm not sure how much my style of content is going to need to change, how much input I can really give when it comes to judging specific rounds officially. I'm not sure how that's going to work. So I'm going to make do with the same style of video presentation for now, and then we'll see what has to change with my official certifications. But right now we have one, I don't even know what to call this video. It's 10-8 rounds that people either think are 10-7 rounds or people think should be 10-7 rounds. So I have 4 rounds that fit kind of in that category. Again, I will not be showing you the rounds in their entirety. As per usual, I will just kind of sit here and give my input and just show that. First up, I have Frankie Edgar versus Maynard, their second fight that they had. It's going to be round 1 of that fight. A lot of people think that this should have been a 10-7 round. In fact, a lot of people think it was a 10-7 round. But in fact, all judges gave it a 10-8 round. So we'll go ahead and watch that one together. Okay, wow, the first clean shot to land from Maynard drops him. Drops him again. Well, it was more of a half a shoot, but he's still taking damage now. Drop. Oh man, that dropped him bad too. Fell down again. Man. How many times you dropped him in that sequence? Maybe twice. Some of them seem like... Yeah, that's only 2 minutes in right now. Yeah, Maynard's landing everything. That's definitely another knockdown. Yeah, I can definitely see people saying it's 10-7. I mean, Edgar really didn't do much at the start of the round. I mean, Frankie's still throwing and landing, but doesn't, isn't doing too much. He's really beat up. There you go. Landed a bit of his own towards the end of the round. Maynard has a bruise underneath his left eye, but that could have been from the clash of heads, given how many times Frankie Edgar was shooting and how close they were. But you never know, it could have came from a punch. I'm just trying to see the difference between a 10-8 and a 10-7 round. Is, yeah, I mean, again. Okay. So on the night, all 3 judges gave that round a 10-8 round. So when it comes to a 10-8 and a 10-7 round, the only difference in the scoring criteria is basically a 10-8 is won by a large margin and a 10-7 is completely dominated. So that's really the only difference between a 10-8 and a 10-7 round. Do you think that was a complete domination, or do you think that was just won by a large margin? Is it a 10-7 or is it a 10-8? Again, I'm not really trying to give my opinion. I'm just going to go through examples for this video, but I think I probably lean more towards a 10-8. But now let's move on. This one's a bit more of an obscure one, I'd say. This is McCann versus Belbiţă, their first fight that they had. This is going to be round 2 of that fight. I have this one on here for a very particular reason, something I saw when I was researching. I'll explain exactly what I mean by that after we watch the round. So yeah, we'll just go through it. Oh, almost had a decent throw. Just a bit of trading between the two. She got a standing head arm triangle. Could you imagine? Oh. Is he taking a point here? Oh, interesting. Okay. That might be why this becomes a controversial. See, I've never seen this one. So she was grabbing the fence a lot. I don't know how much I'm going to show in the video, but she was grabbing the fence consistently. Which stopped a few takedowns from Molly McCann. That might be where the confusion of the scoring comes from, actually. Because so far, this does not look like a 10-8 round, does it? She had to try something, I guess. There we go. Damn. There you go. Now you got the throw, but then reversed, but ended up almost on her back. She's probably going to get out of that. Yeah. Yep. There we go. So minus the point deduction, would you give this a 10-8 or a 10-9 round? That's something I guess we have to discuss in a second. That's the end of the round. So this is where this one gets interesting. There's a website called MMA Decisions, and it actually had that round 2 as a 10-7 round. It didn't mention any point deductions on there. I could not find the actual picture of the scorecard anywhere online. I looked for this one for a while. Couldn't find it. ESPN themselves had it listed as a 30-25, as in round 2 was a 10-7 because of the point deduction. But here's the thing, if we listen to the actual decision given on the night,
we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All three judges score this contest 30-26.
30-26. So what I think happened here was that second round looked like a 10-8 round to a lot of people. There was -1, so a lot of people put -1 on their score sheets, making it a 10-7. I think the judges all gave Molly a 10-9 round and then -1, leading to a 30-26. Why ESPN and MMADecisions.com both have it as a 10-7, I have no idea. Take that for what you will, but that's why it's on this video, because again, it is a 10-8 round that a lot of people, because even if you Google it probably, would show up as a 10-7, but it was not. Now moving on to one that was mentioned a lot in my last video in the comment section. This is Moicano versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Round 1. Let's just watch it. I did watch this one live, but let's kind of just rewatch it together.
Has only one direction, and that goes forward. Oh, look at this.
Nice takedown. Hasn't done much so far in his guard. Also, sorry about the lighting. I know the lighting, I mean, not the best. A storm kind of rolled in on us unexpectedly, so it makes it a little bit darker. Moicano's got his back now, but yeah, sorry for the lighting. But so far, in this fight, Moicano just kind of held him, it was in his guard, landing a bit of ground and pound, nothing too crazy. Now he has his back. Yeah, full mount with it. Does he still have the body lock? I think he does. He does. He still has the that's crazy. Now he's bleeding. His fingers were in the cage, were they? Oh. Ooh! Fully postured up, elbow all the way down. And again, the only difference between an 8 and a 7 is won by a large margin or completely dominated. What does this look like to you so far? And again, no one is saying this is a 10-7 round. No one is saying this is judged a 10-7 round. This is an example of one that people think should be a 10-7 round. At least people in my comment section and people in the community that I've seen online. Man. "20 seconds left," and again, I don't know. I can see this being more completely dominated than it is winning by a large margin. Not just holding him there, but he was advancing position, trying to get the finish, elbowing, ground and pound was good. But that was scored at 10-8. Yeah. Now for the third video in a row, we watch a round from the Smith versus Teixeira fight. Now we're looking at the third round. On this one particularly, I have, how do I phrase this? This is a 10-8 round that is used, perhaps, as an example of what a 10-7 round should be. It is funny though, the first video where I mentioned this, I watched round 4, then I watched round 5, now I'm watching round 3. I should have just watched this. This entire fight could have been a breakdown of different things, honestly. Oh, here's his nose. He's holding his nose there. Whew. This is probably, ooh, folded him. Just a bad spot to be in. Glover on top of you like this. There you go. Pretty nasty knees there. And Smith is doing just enough to survive, but it is Glover just beating him up slowly. That's all it is. All right. That's that.
What a round for Glover.
What?
It says it right there.
Oh, and that about does it for this video. That is another 10-8 that could have been scored at 10-7. And again, somebody that was giving me examples of 10-7 rounds gave this as an example of a 10-7 round, even though it was scored as a 10-8. So that's why that's on this list. One other thing that I want to mention is a fight that I'm not going to be watching. Maybe I'll watch it later down the road, about 10-7s, which seems to be my specialty as of late. Rich Franklin versus David Loiseau. I know contextually it was a very dominant fight. A lot of people are saying that there's a 10-7. It was a 10-7 round in there somewhere. I could not find any official scorecard of each round judged by judge. I know one of the judges gave it a 50-42. The other ones gave it a 50-43. So with that 50-42, a lot of people are thinking that there's a 10-7 round in there somewhere. I have not watched the fight, but given how dominant it was, I think it's more likely that there was 3 10-8s and 2 10-9s opposed to what it would have had to been 1 10-8, 1 10-7, and then 3 10-9s. I don't think there was a 10-7 in that fight specifically, and I can find nowhere online that officially says there was a 10-7 round given. That's this entire video. I broke down, I guess, the 5 examples of a 10-8 situation that could have been or should have been or people think was a 10-7. If there's any other examples, please let me know. I'll give them a review. Again, half of this list was made just by the comments of what you guys told me. And just to wrap it up, again, sorry for the lighting. Again, a storm's kind of rolling in. Didn't realize it was going to get this dark this quick. That's the end of this video. I don't know how to end it. Good job. Thanks for watching. Comment stuff. I don't know.